Hello and welcome to beautiful Palm Springs Stadium. It's Friday morning, June 17th. I'm Nash Walker here with Marshall Garvey, bringing you PSCL action on a beautiful Friday morning. It's going to be the Blue Sox and the A's. The A's have taken the field. They'll be the home team this afternoon. And Marshall, we have seen a lot of good baseball yesterday. Some well-pitched ball games, and Bridger Holmes out there today for Dombray's A's on the season. 5 1/3. He's faced 22 hitters. He's struck out 12. It's been absolutely outstanding for the A's, and he'll take the mound again this morning.
Yes, yesterday's second game was an absolute pitcher's duel through and through. One of the best pitch games I've seen so far, either from PSCL or the Power. So with Holmes on the mound, expect more today.
The A's are 3-1. The Blue Sox also 3-1. So a battle between some first place clubs. They're tied with the Lumberjacks for the best record in the league so far. Blue Sox coming up to the plate. Colt's going to lead it off. Jacob Colt, 1 for 4 on the season, couple of walks.
He's a freshman out of West Los Angeles College.
Bridger Holmes, the big righty from the stretch, down and away, ball 1. Bridger on our PSCL watch list before the season, coming in from Riverside. The 1-0. Hit up the middle, past the glove of Holmes to Perez. He throws on to first. There's out number 1. 4-3, Perez makes the play. 1 down, and here's Angulo. Christian Angulo, 2 hits on the season, second on the team. Tied for second, 2 for 8. Couple of singles, a walk, and a strikeout. He's the center fielder today. Left-handed hitter, facing off against the righty and Holmes, and this is what we've seen from Bridger. Throwing strikes, getting quick outs. And, of course, the strikeouts as well. Holmes comes set to Angulo, comes home. Swing right back up the middle. Holmes takes it himself. Underhand throw onto Hamm. There's out number 2.
And we've barely gotten in our seats, and already there's 2 quick outs.
So Angulo is down on the ground out back to Holmes, and here's Giesick, Jeremy Giesick, 2 for 5 this year, a couple of RBIs. Struck out twice and walked once. Keeping the ball on the ground early on, Holmes. Big swing and a miss from Giesick. There's strike 1. Holmes, good buzz on the fastball. I think his breaking ball. The put-away pitch. Here's the 0-1. There's that breaker. Stays high, 1-1. Reed Santos, the manager for these Blue Sox. College of the Desert. This is a face-off between a couple of assistants, Marshall. Don Bray and Reed Santos.
Sure is.
1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. That slider figures to keep the Blue Sox off balance this morning. 1-2, 2 outs, top of the first, no score. Bridger Holmes, Jeremy Giesick. Comes set, fires home, breaking ball in there, strike 3 called. Couple of ground outs, strikeout looking. It's a quick top half for the first. The A's will come up and hit against Turner when we return. Braden Turner to the mound for the Blue Sox. Last pitched on June 11th, last Saturday against the Chill. Went 3 innings, faced 14 hitters, struck out 6, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, gave up a homer, and threw 63 pitches in that one.
A little bit about Reed Santos, manager of the Blue Sox. He was born and raised in Kaneohe, Hawaii. He was drafted out of Castle High School in the 23rd round in the 2000 MLB Amateur Draft. Went to Saddleback College in Mission Viejo. Spent a couple years there, eventually made his way to the majors. He spent 9 seasons with the Cleveland Indians, Toronto Blue Jays, and Minnesota Twins, and reaching as high as AAA. 2004, he went on to win Co-Pitcher of the Year in the Appalachian League. In 2006, he was added to the Indians' 40-man roster, and retired in 2013. So, brings a lot of experience and acumen to this manager's position.
Brant Cook steps in the box. He'll lead it off for the A's, 2 for 5 on the young season. 3 walks, couple of strikeouts. He's stolen 6 bags. And that is a trend with these A's. They love to swipe. 18 steals on the season. First pitch from Turner is outside, ball 1.
1-0 to the freshman from Chesapeake College.
Turner comes set on 1-0. And comes home. That one's in there, strike 1. Buzzes the outside corner. And this A's team, as soon as they get somebody on, it's green lights for everybody. It seems like Marshall just swiping bags at an unbelievable rate. The 1-1 is down and in, 2-1.
Sure
Little
is.
double steal, triple steal. We haven't seen a steal of home, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bray called that.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
The 2-1. Foul back, 2-2.
Saw some great base running in yesterday's games. I'd like to see some more today. A's looking to set that in motion right here in the bottom half of the first.
18 steals. They've been caught just twice. Catcher's having trouble throwing them out. The 2-2. Foul down the right field line. Cook hangs. Shining so far in the PSCL. Played for the Power the other night. The 2-2. Just up and away. 3-2 full count.
Borderline call. Felt like it could have gone either way, but it's a bit too high.
(3-2) on Cook. Today's right fielder for the A's. That's up and away, ball 4. So Cook, who has 6 steals, now aboard at first base. And he leads the PSCL in stolen bases by 2 over Max Murrian of the Bootleggers and a Blue Sox, Stevie Murata.
And already he's got a generous lead off of first. And he's off!
And he's going. What a great jump. No chance for Singh. And that's stolen base number 7 for Brant Cook. Unbelievable job.
In the blink of an eye, the A's have their running game in motion and a runner in scoring position. Now Christopher Perez at the plate. Freshman out of Frank Phillips Community College. And Cook. Enormous gap between him and second.
See if he goes for third. Big lead. He's halfway there. That pitch is outside, 2-0. Christopher Perez, 1 for 5. With a single, run driven in, couple of walks. Adding second today for the A's. Bottom of the first, no score. Nobody out. Brant Cook at second. Turner steps off, checks on Cook. Just picked up his 7th steal.
Cook fired up out there, clapping his hands in excitement. Dancing around there.
The 2-0 from Turner on Perez. Fouled down the left field line. Chopped. It's 2-1. So both these clubs off to good starts. They've won 3 of their first 4. The A's have done it with outstanding pitching and strong base running. The Blue Sox have put up some crooked numbers here with their lineup. Two one on Perez. Nobody down, bottom of the first, no score. 2-1 from Turner. Called strike 3. Perez is down on strikes. That's the first out. And here's Caleb Skoll, who's already 4 for 6 with 2 doubles and a homer on the season. Hit a home run 267 feet last week.
Skoll, another representative out of Frank Phillips Community College in his freshman year.
Guess that felt like last week. That was just Monday you hit a home run. Playing a lot of baseball here. 1 down, Cook leading off second.
He's off. Oh, that's all he was going for that.
That's a base hit to left field. Cook will round third and head home, and Skoll does it again. 5 for 7, and the throw is overthrown, and he's out at second. So extremely aggressive. Caleb Skoll, RBI single, thrown out at second. There's 2 down, but the A's now lead 1-0.
And already you see how aggressive and prolific that A's running game is.
Skoll, I think he thought the throw to first was dropped. A nice play by Serpa. Check swing called strike on Xander Bretza, the third baseman today. 2 down, A's lead 1-0, bottom of the first.
Bretza, freshman from University of Nevada, Las Vegas. He's batting a solid .429 on the year.
The 0-1 in there, strike 2.
Had an RBI in his last outing. 7-6 loss to the Snowbirds. Beg your pardon.
Bretza second on the team and hits to Skoll's 5 now. The 0-2 ate him up. He fouled it back. So Caleb Skoll on the board again with another hit. 5 for 7, 2 doubles, a homer, 3 driven in. Leads the A's in a lot of offensive categories. The 0-2 hit out to third. Tough hop and under the glove of Vasquez. Trying for second now is Bretza. Here's the throw, not in time. We'll see how it's scored. Tough hop on Vasquez. Jumped under his glove, and Bretza moves up to second with 2 down.
The cloud of dust materializing there over at second. Bretza sliding in aggressively. Incredible base running from the A's. They are pushing every ball in play to the limit.
Still 2 down here for Billy Hamm. Billy Hamm, 2 for 7 on the season. Couple of runs driven in. A's would like to take a 2-0 lead here with 2 outs. First pitch breaking ball is in there, strike 1. So Bretza's over at second on. We'll wait for the official scoring from our.
It's officially an error.
It is an error. E5. The ball wasn't hit particularly hard. That allowed Bretza to reach second. Hamm fouls it back. It's 0-2.
Billy Hamm, another out of Nevada, University of Nevada, Reno, a freshman, batting a solid .286 on the season. Had an outstanding showing against the Snowbirds. 2 RBIs, a single and a triple. An opportunity to do some 2-out damage.
The 0-2. Just outside, 1-2. 2 down, bottom of the first. A's lead 1-0. Xander Bretza over at second. Billy Hamm in the batter's box. The 1-2 on Hamm. Down low, 2-2. Turner's second outing of the season, trying to limit the damage here in the bottom half of the first. Two outs. Jackson Irwin on deck, who pitched an outstanding game when we were here on Tuesday, Marshall.
Indeed.
The 2-2 on Hamm. Foul back. A's in the red today. A little confusing. Think of the Oakland A's. Expect to see green.
You do. That beautiful Kelly green and gold. One of the best color combos in the majors. Perhaps even the best.
Red and white for the A's. For the Blue Sox, of course, in the blue. Breaking ball. Oh, ball.
I'm kind of hesitating there for a moment. It looked like he was about to motion.
I thought he was going to ring him up.
It looked like a strike from him.
Instead, it's a full count on Hamm. Good try on 2-2. Turner with the curveball. 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the first. A's lead 1-0. Bretza off second. Bluffs for third. It's ball 4. Hamm will take first. And now 2 runners on for Jackson Irwin. A's not done yet. Error at third. Kept the inning alive with 2 outs. Now first and second after the walk. And here's Irwin, who's 1 for 8 with 3 strikeouts on the season. That's foul back. 0-1.
Freshman out of Frank Phillips Community College. Struggled as of late, although he did manage an RBI in his first game of the year against the Bombers.
Irwin's last start, 4 innings on the mound. Struck out 6, 3 walks, just 1 earned. Hit a batter, and Marshall and I watched that one. 0-1 hits him. So the bases are loaded now for Ben Bryan. And after Irwin's hit on the back, Bretson moves up to third. Billy Hamm down to second. Irwin takes first, and here's the designated hitter in Ben Bryan. Bases juice, 2 down, bottom of the first. A's lead 1-0.
Benjamin Bryan, freshman out of Lindenwood University. 6'1", 220 pounds.
First pitch on Bryan, that hits him. Back-to-back hit batters, and coming in to score, Xander Bretza. It's 2-0 A's.
The line continues to move for the A's.
So Turner was 1 play away from escaping this inning with just 1 run of damage. It'll be at least 2 with the bases still loaded. And coming to the plate now, Hagen.
A freshman of University of Washington Whitewater. In search of his first hit on the season and his first RBI. A chance for multiple ones here.
Bottom of the first, 2-0 A's. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. Turner back-to-back hit batters. Hagen swings hard at a first pitch fastball, follows it back, just missed. Got one to hit there, Marshall.
Really did. Just got under it.
So 0-1 now on the 8th hitter of the inning for the A's, making Turner work. The 0-1 on Hagen. Down in the dirt, 1-1.
The A's commence their scoring with aggressive and heads-up base running. Been able to be kind of on autopilot for the past few batters, just one-hit batsman after another.
And every run crucial here in the early going with Bridger Holmes on the other side. Looked like he was dialed in a 1-2-3 top of the first.
Yes. If Holmes at the top of his game, a 2-0 lead could be like 12-0.
The 1-1 on Hagen is in the dirt. Trying for home is Hamm, and he's in. Aggressive base running has defined this A's club. It's 3-0.
And how remarkable was that? That wasn't a particularly long pass ball. That didn't even get passed onto the grass, and still the A's were able to capitalize.
Billy Hamm comes in to score. It's 3-0 A's. Irwin down to third. Brian takes second. 2 runners in scoring position. 2-1 count to Hagen. Still 2 down. With 2 outs, a single, a walk, 2 hit batters. A couple of runs so far for the A's. Here's the 2-1. Is in there for strike 2. So Turner, a strike away on Hagen from escaping what has turned into a damaging first inning. 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the first. A's lead 3-0. That's in the dirt. Count runs full. Cook led off this inning with a walk. Then he got Perez looking. Did Turner. Skull singled home Cook after the stolen base. E5. Walk, 2 hit batters. That one's hit up to short. Murata plays it on a hop. Fires it over for out number 3. A's score 3 runs in the bottom of the first. And Bridger Holmes will head back to the mound when we return for the top of the second. Bridger Holmes, clean top of the first, 1-2-3 on 11 balls put in play this year. 7 ground balls from Bridger Holmes. Ground ball machine, strikeout machine. If you're not, keep it on the ground. Here's May, the DH. And the Blue Sox have their work cut out for them. It's 3-0 A's after a 32-pitch first for Turner. Resulted in 3 A's runs.
Troy May, freshman out of Concordia University, Irvine, except for a strike.
Fastball up for strike 1. Bridger Holmes working quickly. Now given a 3-0 lead.
May with a 400 average on the season.
Pitch more aggressively. Breaking ball just misses. 1-1. Great break on that slider from Holmes. And it's a tough combo against right-handed hitters. Fastball, slider. The 1-1. Another slider. That's in there. It brushes the outside corner. It's 1-2. So Holmes, a lot of strikeouts on the mound this year, and you can see why, Marshall.
Absolutely. It's breaking stuff in particular. It's absolutely filthy.
The 1-2, another breaking ball. Just misses. What a pitch. They say he did not go. May with a check swing. It's 2-2.
Even his pitches.
I don't know how you lay off that pitch.
I don't either. That was good instincts by May. I think that would tie up just about anyone else.
2-2 on May, leading off this second inning. Strike 3 called on a fastball. Locked him up. There's out number 1. Strikeout number 2 for Bridger Holmes. That'll bring Serpa to the plate. So Holmes has faced 26 hitters so far this year. He struck out 14. As Serpa steps in and takes strike 1. Jake Serpa off to a strong start, 3 for 8, 2 doubles. He's driven in 3, fouls that one back. It's 0-2. And Holmes is getting ahead here on just about every hitter. 0-2, 1 out. A's lead 3-0. Top of the first. Bridger Holmes to Jake Serpa. Shake off from Holmes. Comes home on 0-2. Half swing. He did go. Here's the throw down to first. Scooped out by Billy Hamm. That's out number 2. Nasty breaking ball from Holmes, and Serpa couldn't lay off with 2 strikes.
As I said earlier, it's the breaking stuff that is Holmes' bread and butter.
3 strikeouts in a row for Bridger Holmes. And that'll bring up Singh. Matthew Singh, 2 for 4. This is a tough Blue Sox offense.
They are, but they got to get something going early on here.
That's ball 1 low. It's 1-0. Holmes had a 7-pitch first inning. And is working quickly again. He set down the first 5 batters of the game. 1-0. Hit back up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So Singh's aboard with a ground ball single up the middle. And with 2 down, Queimada will get a chance with a runner aboard. Queimada, 1 for 3. He's been hit twice. Walking a strikeout. He's stolen a base. Playing second today. And now we'll see if Singh is aggressive over there on the bases after the 2-out hit. Holmes checks on him. On the season, the Blue Sox have stolen 10 bases. They've been caught 4 times, Marshall. So running into some outs. Holmes comes home. That is chopped into the A's dugout. It's 0-1.
It's going to be imperative to get that running game going. Certainly not on the level of the A's. Holmes looking unfazed so far.
Bridger Holmes back in the stretch. He just gets on the mound and he's ready to work. Checks on the runner again. Holmes slipped off the mound, takes a peek at the rubber. Says, I'm okay. 0-1 on Queimada. With 2 down, top of the second. A's with 3 runs in the bottom of the first. They lead 3-0. The 0-1. Fastball in there for a strike up and away. Just a perfect spot on the fastball from Holmes. We'll see what he goes back to on 0-2.
Every pitch has just had perfect movement. Even the ones that haven't been productive just look fantastic.
Would guess that Holmes will throw one of those sliders with no balls and 2 strikes on Queimada. That's way up and dropped by Waits as Singh takes second. And now there's a runner in scoring position.
A rare misfire from Holmes. Now the Blue Sox. First runner in scoring position on the day for them.
Now 11 for 15 on the season, the Blue Sox. Stolen bases. Singh over at second. Feels like they just had to do that, Marshall. You don't know how many base runners you're going to get today.
I was thinking the same
against
thing.
Holmes.
Anything you can do to disrupt his rhythm.
The 1-2. Breaking ball. Got a piece. Hit it to the right side and foul. Out of play. Count remains 1-2 to Queimada. 2 down. Top of the second. A's with a 3-0 lead. Bridger Holmes on our preseason watch list. 3 early strikeouts. Searching for another here. The 1-2 on Queimada. Swing and a miss on a nasty breaking ball.
Holmes dropping to his knees on that one, but still got it done.
Holmes strikes out the side in the second. Leaves Singh aboard at second base. A's lead 3-0. They'll come up to hit when we return. Braden Turner is back out after a 32-pitch first inning. Gave up 3 runs in the bottom half of the first, but an error saved a few of those from becoming earned. A 2-out error. And Moulin will come to the plate for the first time, the shortstop.
Jack Moulin.
Fouls that one back. It's 0-1.
Freshman out of Regis University. Looking for his first hit of the season.
Yeah, 0 for 5 on the season for Moulin. It'll be Moulin, Moore, and Cook here in the home half of the second for the A's. The 0-1 from Turner, foul back, fastball up. It's 0-2.
Imperative for Turner to have a clean inning.
Yep, gave up a couple of hits in the first, of course, to this A's team. Stolen bases involved. Cook stole second and scored. The leadoff man. He leads the PSCL in stolen bases. And the third hit batter in 2 innings. First Irwin, then Brian right behind him, and now to lead off the second, Moulin is aboard. Hits him on the elbow on 0-2, and those hurt.
Those definitely hurt. And it could hurt for the Blue Sox even more if you just keep gifting base runners to these speed demon A's.
So Moulin is aboard. Moulin has stolen a base this year. Just the one as Moore takes ball 1. Sebastian Moore, 0 for 6. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Just about everybody's stolen a base on this A's roster, Marshall. And Moulin, the leadoff man, with a hefty lead. Turner checks on him. He's back in safely. You could say it's important to control the running game, but it feels like they may just not be able to against these A's.
I think that's pretty much impossible. You're just going to have to keep these runners off base as best you can.
Moulin, big secondary, doesn't go. It's 2-0. Bottom of the second, A's up 3-0. Sebastian Moore at the plate with Moulin at first after he was hit by Turner's 0-2 pitch. The 2-0 on Moore. 3-0. That was up and away. And I think Turner thought that should have been called a strike.
I think he did, but that did look up and away.
3-0 on Moore. Already 2 walks, 2 hit batters in the first inning for Braden Turner. The 3-0 is way high, ball 4.
And Turner just continuing to struggle. I think so. Now, unlike yesterday's games, which had a lot of stellar pitching, especially the second game, this one so far, a lot of base runners, a lot of gifted base runners. Another ball.
Pitch is high, ball 1 on Cook, who let out the game with a walk, stole second.
What a contrast to Holmes. Holmes trusts his breaking stuff so well and is able to nibble the zone so effectively. Turner just keeps missing high and away over and over.
1-0 on Cook, the right fielder today. Turner comes home. That's fouled back, 1-1. It's been a stellar start for Cook. More steals than anybody else in the PSCL.
Both runners with generous leads off of their respective bases. Feel a double steal is imminent.
The 1-1 on Cook is hit up the middle, and Turner almost grabs it. Cannot. It's into center field. Coming around to score is Moulin, and it's 4-0 A's. An RBI single for Cook. Makes it a 4-run lead for the home A's. Moore moves up to second. Still nobody out. Here's Christopher Perez. He struck out looking in the first. It's a fastball that got in on him. Called strike 3. Now first and second, no outs. Braden Turner hit Moulin to lead out the inning, then walked Moore. Now an RBI single from Cook. And that's roped into left field. Giesick is back, comes in and makes the catch. So a quick first out on Perez. Going to fly out to left. And here's Caleb Skull, who's been one of the A's best hitters this year, one of the best hitters in the PSCL thus far. He's 5 for 7 with pop, 2 doubles and a homer, and now comes up in a run-scoring spot. Runners at first and second. Skull singled in the first, was thrown out trying to take second on the overthrow. Turner comes set. Checks on Moore. It's a double steal. The throw down to second is late. Cook is in with a steal, as is Moore, and now second and third with 1 out. 2 more steals for the A's, Marshall.
Incredible. They're just leaving. They're leaving.
Cook, a steal machine.
They're leaving permanent footprints on these base paths at this rate. They are stealing so many bases.
8 steals in 9 tries for Brant Cook. He's already got 2 today. Swing and a miss from Skull. Trying to put his second homer on the board there. And on the season now, Marshall, I'm counting 21 steals in 23 tries for the A's.
Good gosh.
0-1 on Skull, foul tip, strike 2.
That many steals.
Oh, excuse me, that's strike 3. There was a called first strike on Skull on that steal. So, pardon me, that's strike number 2 on the strikeout from Turner. And Skull goes down swinging. That's a big second out. Here's Xander Bretza.
With that many steals in those red uniforms, you'd think we were watching the 1985 Cardinals. It's absolutely dazzling. Base running, and as you can see, generates runs, puts constant pressure on the pitcher.
Bretza reached on error in the first. There's a fastball. It buzzes the outer half. It's 0-1. 2 down, 4-0 A's. Bottom of the second. Turner to Bretza as the A's go through their lineup a second time. 1 home here in the second. Here's the 0-1. Hit to right field on the run. Colt can't get there. It drops in for a hit. It's a 2-run double for Bretza as Moore comes to score. Cook right behind him. And the A's lead it 6-0. A 2 in the first. Santos sticking with Turner here in the second inning. Hamm, first pitch, is in there for strike 1. Breaking ball in there. And Turner's made some pitches here, Marshall.
He has. As the inning's gone on, his breaking stuff is starting to snap a bit more. He's getting more strikes. Unfortunately, the A's, just with their head-spinning onslaught of runners, piled up an enormous lead.
The 0-1 misses. Down and away, it's 1-1. Bretza may take off for second here. Bretza does have a steal on the season. It's been a great start for him as well. 4 for 9. Add 2 more runs driven into his ledger. He's now got 4. That leads the team. Bluffs the steal there. That's fouled back. It's 1-2. Billy Hamm down 1-2 in the count. Two down, bottom of the second. A's lead at 6 rip. Braden Turner comes home. Half swing, did he go? No. 2-2 now. I thought he may have gone, Marshall, but
I thought he went as well.
fastball up and away. Nowhere near the zone, but Hamm thought about it.
Turner could definitely use that call. He needs to get out of this inning. Stat.
2-2 count, 2 outs on Billy Hamm. 3 already home here in the second for the A's. And the 2-2's upstairs, 3-2. It's a 6-0 score, and the way Bridger Holmes is throwing on the other side, it feels like 15.
It does. I have a feeling Blue Sox certainly have the lumber necessary to answer.
Absolutely.
But
A good offense.
You get the feeling Holmes get the job done.
3-2's foul back. The A's have done a nice job spoiling pitches from Turner here in the first 2 innings, making him work. He had a 32-pitch first. Have to believe this is similar in the second.
Feels like it's got to be even more than that.
Full count on Billy Hamm, today's first baseman for Don Bray's club. 2 down. Here's the payoff. It's in the dirt and bounces away. Heading over to third is Bretza. He takes a peek, thinks about coming home. He'll think better of it. Runners at the corners now with 2 down. Bretza at third, Hamm's to first on the walk, and here's Jackson Irwin in his second plate appearance. He was hit on an 0-2 pitch.
Turner continuing to be wild. Gift runners to these A's. You can't do that. This game looking to go well out of control here, and we're still only in the bottom of the second.
2 walks, 2 hit batters in the first, 2 more walks, another hit batter in the second. And the first pitch on Irwin is outside, ball 1. And runners at the corners, Billy Hamm, I'm sure, will be looking to go here.
Absolutely.
And they check on him. Turner, thinking like I am. Checks on Billy Hamm. Hamm hasn't stolen a base yet. One of 6 A's who haven't. That's a swing and a miss. On Irwin, it's 1-1.
With such a comfy lead, you might as well take that shot today. Get that first swipe of the season.
Hamm leads off first. Bretza at third. The 1-1 is high, 2-1. Deep counts. Falling behind. It's been a battle for Braden Turner, but this is, as we've said before, Marshall, this is why you come to the Summer League, learn to work through these situations. It's a tough start, but you can finish strong here with 2 outs, get this third out, and get out of here.
Indeed. It's valuable
2-1 is hit
experience.
into center field. Going back, Angulo, he makes the catch for out number 3. The A's score 3 more. It's 6-0. Bridger Holmes back out to the mound at the top of the third when we return. Bridger Holmes on for his third inning of work. He'll face off against the bottom third +1. The beauty of the PSCL. It's a 10-hitter lineup, and it'll be Lawton, Vasquez, Murata in the top of the third against Holmes, who's already struck out 4. Gave up a hit to Singh, who stole second. He stranded him.
And Holmes, the kind of guy who can make a 1-0 lead feel insurmountable, now has 6 to work with. We're only in the top of the third, and you got to figure he's going to settle in even more comfortably with that gorgeous breaking stuff.
Strike one is a fastball to Lawton, today's extra hitter. And Holmes has struck out 4 of the last 5 he's faced. That's a breaking ball rope to left field, and it's a fair ball. Lawton rounds first, heads to second. It's a leadoff double. It's just getting to it in the left field corner. It's Jackson Irwin. That ball was smoked, a breaking ball. Hardest hit ball of the morning so far, Marshall.
It is. Finally, the Blue Sox able to jump on Holmes' breaking stuff.
Lawton 3 for 4 now on the season with 2 doubles. Great start for him. And the Blue Sox have a chance to get on the board with Vasquez, the third baseman, coming to the plate. Holmes comes home with the ball outside. That ball just snuck inside the third base line.
Blue Sox a chance to make some noise here. They've got to do it now.
Primo Vasquez, 2 for 7 with a double. 3 strikeouts on the season. Big breaking ball starts at the front shoulder and ends up on the outer half of the plate for strike one. So much movement on that pitch. Lawton was able to get around on it. Holmes does throw a lot of strikes, so I think you got to get him early in these counts. There's the ball 2. It's 2-1. 2 hits for the Blue Sox.
Vasquez, the sophomore out of St. Mary's University, a chance for his first RBI of the season and one the Blue Sox very much need right now.
The 2-1 from Holmes. Down and in, ball 3. And it's a good start to the third inning for the Blue Sox. Vasquez now in a hitter's count. No walks on the season for Holmes. And that's a strike, 3-2. Doesn't look like he wants to add to that ledger now, Marshall.
Yes.
Holmes, no walks, has hit 1 batter in 7 1/3 innings.
He goes back to the breaking stuff here.
3-2, he does. It's in the dirt. His first walk of the season. He looks off into the distance. And it's now first and second with nobody out for the shortstop, Murata. So the bottom half of this lineup. Hard hit double from Lawton, a walk from Vasquez.
Stevie Murata, sophomore out of Cal State Los Angeles. He's batting 167 on the season. He did manage an RBI in his last game.
Nobody out. First pitch from Holmes. Buzzes the outside. It's a 0-1 count. 6-0 A's here in the top half of the third. The Blue Sox looking to chip into this lead. Holmes steps off. Peeks back at Lawton. Holmes comes set, comes home, breaking ball, crossed up his catcher. And I think it would have been a strike, but Waits was not expecting.
What if there was a miscommunication of signs there?
Looked so, crossed him up, and Holmes kind of gave him a gesture like that's a strike. 1-1, same pitch. In there for strike 2.
Christopher Perez, second baseman, keeping close to the bag. Enormous gap there between first and second.
Blue Sox not nearly as aggressive as the A's on the bases, but they'll go. And Stevie Murata will step off with Holmes. It's 1-2.
Murata, quite the threat on the base paths himself. He has 4 stolen bases so far on the season.
The 1-2 from Holmes. Did he get a piece? He did. Foul tipped.
If he could get on, that could be not only score a run or two for the Blue Sox, but be further catalyst himself. You see the Blue Sox starting to adjust to Holmes' breaking stuff. Starting to make a little bit of contact, know when to lay off.
Lawton hit a breaking ball hard down the left field line. Holmes 1-2 on Murata. Still nobody out. Top half of the third. That's in the dirt, and both runners will move up on the pass ball. It's coming as Waits says the ball's out of play, and now the umpire will say to Vasquez he's got to head back to third. So just one run on the board for the Blue Sox. On the pass ball, and Murata walks. It's 6-1. Runners at the corners now for Calt as Don Bray comes out to chat with Bridger Holmes. Really nice job from this Blue Sox lineup, Marshall.
Just patient at bats. Now they know when to lay off. Holmes starting to look like his counterpart Turner's getting a little wild here.
And on the season, the Blue Sox have scored the second most runs in the league. Coming into this game, 31 runs. The Lumberjacks have scored 32. The A's down there at 19. The A's have pitched extremely well. They have 6 on the board today. And in terms of ERA, Marshall, the A's third in the league at 3.46. Bombers in 3 games, 2.25 ERA. That pitch is in there for a strike on Calt. It's 0-1. First and third, Murata, Stevie, the shortstop, over at first. And Holmes checks on him.
Another spotless day here in Palm Springs. Looks like the clearest day yet. Perfect day for a full day of baseball.
The Blue Sox with an 856 OPS on the season. That's 6th best entering today. As a team, they're hitting 296. Slugging numbers down, but they get on base quite a bit. Second in the league with a 474 on base percentage. And there goes Murata, and the pitch in the dirt, dropped by Waits. Murata gets up to second with a steal. Second and third now. Still nobody out in the top of the third. Blue Sox have already scored 1. A's still lead at 6-1. Bridger Holmes, 2-1 count, comes in, strike 2. So 2-2 on Calt, who grounded out to second to lead off the ball game.
And the Blue Sox probably don't have to be too aggressive running right now.
2-2, swing and a miss. Calt's down on strikes. A big first out for Bridger Holmes. Angulo will come up now. He grounded out 2 Holmes in the first.
Reminder, we have a full day of action for you. Got the 2 PSCL games and then the Power later tonight.
Angulo steps in with 2 runners in scoring position against Bridger Holmes. 1 down, that's fouled away. It's 0-1.
Blue Sox doing a good job making contact, extending these at-bats.
A's lead at 6-1. 1 out here, top of the third. Vasquez at third, Murata at second. Here's the 0-1, called strike 2. Holmes starting to find the zone again, which is bad news for this Blue Sox offense. Holmes was rolling early, set down the first 5, struck out 3 in a row. And a single from Singh, he stole second, came out of struck out swinging in the third. A leadoff double, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Holmes. Now 2 down for Giesick. And Holmes is 1 out away from stranding those runners in scoring position, Marshall.
Yes, Holmes has rebounded nicely here. He's trusting his stuff and attacking the zone again. After wildness and mislocations for the first few batters of the inning.
2 down, Giesick struck out looking to finish up the first. Holmes comes set from the stretch, comes home, breaking ball just high, 1-0. Not afraid to throw that pitch in any count. 6 home on 3 hits for the A's. 1 for the Blue Sox on 2 hits. The 1-0, down and away. 2-0, good stop by Waits. Waits is catching, but he's not in the lineup. And that's the magic of the PSCL, Marshall.
It sure is.
2-0 on Giesick. 2 down. Swing and a miss. Fastball.
No game is ever truly out of reach. We've seen some good back and forth contests from the PSCL so far.
Still got to make your pitches. Can't run out that clock in baseball.
You cannot.
Strike 2 called. It's 2-2. Holmes battles back. After falling behind on Giesick, count is now even. Back-to-back swinging strikeouts. After a double and a couple of walks. Holmes trying to escape. The 2-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Ball gets by Waits. He throws on to first, and they can't keep his foot on the bag. Hamm, and he throws it away past Waits. Wow. So a big break there from the Blue Sox. They score a run on the drop third strike. As Hamm could not keep his foot on the bag on the high throw from Waits, the catcher. And Giesick is aboard at first. Runners at the corners. And now 6-2. Here's May. Holmes gets the strikeout, but Giesick reaches on the drop third strike, and now a first pitch up and inside on May. Two down, 1-0 count on May, who struck out swinging an inning ago. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. Long inning for Bridger Holmes. 2 are in for the Blue Sox. And this is an opportunity for them to cut the 6-0 lead in half if May can come through with a hit. 1-1, chopped out to third. Bretza plays it, fires over to first, out number 3. The Blue Sox scored 2, cut into the deficit. A's still lead at 6-2. They'll come up and hit when we come back. New pitcher is on for the Blue Sox. As soon as we find out who he is, we'll let you know. There's the throw down to second. A rosterless starter. And May grounded out to finish off the top of the third. The Blue Sox scored a couple. Now trying to hold down the A's in the bottom half of the third. It'll be Ben Bryan, the DH. Bryan hits one high into center field. Angulo barely has to move and makes the catch for out number one. Our new pitcher is Josh Hernandez.
He's making his first appearance of the season.
Hernandez, of course, a standout for the Palm Springs Power. Chatting it up with the umpire now. Josh, a left-handed hitter for the Power. Pitching for the Blue Sox. Gets Bryan and a breaking ball to Hagen is strike one. Funky delivery. Almost throws from his ear.
Yeah, it is.
The 0-1, one out, bottom of the third. That's down and away, 1-1.
It's kind of an odd delivery. Almost. Maybe my memory is failing me here, but it almost looks like kind of a Bartolo Colon-esque delivery.
Yeah. 1-1, one out, bottom of the third. A's lead 6-2. Hernandez gets a dribbler, but I believe it hit off the foot of Hagen. It's strike two. So a quick first out for Hernandez. Now he's ahead of Hagen 1-2. Change of speeds, but he's throwing strikes.
He is.
Here's the 1-2. High, 2-2.
Imperative for him to have a clean inning as the Blue Sox chipped away in the top half of the inning.
Trying to get Holmes back to the mound. There's someone warming down in the A's bullpen. 2-2. Way out in front. Ground ball to third. Vasquez picks it up. Throws over to first.
What a play.
Strong play right down the line. And Vasquez makes a strong throw for the second out. 5-3 in your scorebooks. Here's Moulin. Moulin walked. He was hit by a pitch and scored to lead off the second inning. It was a 3-run second for the A's. As Hernandez working quickly. First pitch is high, ball one. Fly out to center, ground out to third, and there's two quick outs in the bottom of the third. 1-0, just misses. 2-0. Braden Turner, some command problems to start this game. That's fouled back. Gives way to Josh Hernandez, who has got these A's hitters on their front foot.
It does.
You know what they say, Marshall? Drive above the speed limit, below the speed limit, but don't drive the speed limit. And Hernandez is certainly below.
Well below it in that one.
That hits Moulin, and Moulin will be aboard on a hit by pitch. So he's been hit twice today.
He has. And Hernandez risking to fall in the same trap as Turner, gifting runners to the A's. You can't do that.
And that'll bring up Moore, who also walked. He stole third base on that double steal. He came around to score for the A's. 2 down with Moulin at first. Hernandez checks on the runner. And with 2 down, there goes Moulin. Swing and a miss. Dropped by Singh. And guess what? Another stolen base.
Who'd have seen that coming?
For the A's. That is their 4th of the day by my count. And 22nd of the season. Incredible. That's foul back, 0-2.
clattering around in the stands. A little souvenir for patrons who have shown up today.
Hernandez with the knuckleball. Another steal, this time of third for Moulin. Steal number 5 for the A's. On the season now, 23. Is that strike number 3 on Moore? So they strand the runner. Hernandez with that knuckleball strikes out Moore. That's out number 3, and the Blue Sox have a quick bottom of the third. 6-2, they'll come up and hit when we return. Holmes is back out for the 4th. Gave up a couple runs in the 3rd. Was hurt by a drop third strike, though.
He was able to recover and finish standing strong. Let's see if he can reestablish his earlier dominance.
Here's Serpa. It's Serpa, Singh, Queimada. In the top of the 4th for the Blue Sox. Serpa struck out swinging in the 2nd. 5, 6, 7 in the order. First pitch on him is up high, 1-0. So Holmes came into this game with 0 walks. Just the hit batter, and walked 2 in the 3rd inning. The 1-0 is chopped. Holmes is going to take it himself. Flips over to first. That's out number 1. Second ground out to Holmes today, and Serpa's down. He's 0-2. 0 for 2, excuse me. Here's Singh, who singled and stole in the 2nd.
Quick first out. Holmes looking like his earlier self. 1 away. Blue Sox need to make some noise here.
First pitch from Holmes is outside on Singh. Matthew Singh. As Billy Hamm is up and warming in the A's bullpen. 1-0 breaking ball in there for strike 1. One. Oh, just misses. 2-1. It's been a tighter zone today, Marshall, than we've seen.
It really
in
is.
The PSCL.
Holmes has been able to work well for the most part. Just missed.
The 2-1. In there for a strike, a fastball. It's 2-2. Waits framed that one nicely. Now 2 strikes on Singh. Singled up the middle in his first at bat. The 2-2. Breaking ball way outside, 3-2. So if Don Bray wants to go to Billy Hamm, he may do so after this batter, trying to get Holmes through the 4th. 3-2 is hit up the middle, played by Moulin on a couple of hops. He throws over to first. It's out number 2. Singh is down on a grounder to short. 2 down for Queimada, who struck out swinging in the 2nd. That was out number 3. Bray is going to leave Holmes out there. Try to get the 3rd out. First pitch to Queimada. Way high, ball 1. Deep counts as well for Holmes. Pitch count getting up there. 1-0 on Queimada. Called the ball inside, 2-0.
A's bullpen remaining active. Looks like they got a couple arms warming up over there.
Ground ball outs, the name of the game for Bridger Holmes. 3 straight ground outs here for the right-hander. 2-0. Down low, 3-0. Green light here for Queimada.
No, I think so. As Evan and I were talking about yesterday, I'm not a big fan of a green light on 3-0, but I think if you're the Blue Sox, you've got to get runners on.
3-0 on Queimada, the second baseman, with 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Ball 4 high. 4-pitch walk. And I believe Hamm is still down there throwing.
There's another reliever up.
A new arm is up. It's Aiden Arriaga. But Holmes will remain in the game with Queimada at first after the walk. And Lawton, who had that hard-hit double down the line, came around to score in the 3rd. He led off the 3rd with that double. Takes ball 1 outside. A's still lead at 6-2. Both clubs coming in at 3-1, tied for first place. Holmes checks on Queimada. He gets back safely. The 1-0 hits him. And we haven't seen this from Bridger Holmes. As Don Bray's going to come out, I think he's going to make a change. Either going to be Hamm or Arriaga, perhaps. Or maybe just wants to talk to Bridger. With runners at first and second. Still 2 outs. And he is chatting with them.
Still a sizable lead for the A's at 6-2, but like we said, this Blue Sox offense more than capable of closing that distance.
Bray talking to his infielders as well. 4 set, first, second, and third. And it does look like Holmes will remain in this game. Don Bray brought looks like Gatorade out, and Perez took a sip. Holmes will get another chance with Vasquez, who he walked in the 3rd. So 4 free passes from Bridger Holmes today in 3 2/3.
That Gatorade's imperative to stay hydrated. Only 92 so far today, but sure to get hotter as the day goes on.
Here's Vasquez in the 9 spot, 3rd baseman.
Even though it's only the top of the 4th, this feels like a key inflection point of the game as we are getting fairly close to that 2-hour mark.
2 down, that's fouled back. Good pitch from Holmes. And just getting a piece is Vasquez. It's 0-1.
Sailing over our booth. We got a little... Evan and I got a gift yesterday. Landed in the PA portion of this announcer's booth.
It takes the perfect spin. The 0-1 is outside, 1-1. And as you said, Marshall, Blue Sox have done a nice job laying off.
They really have. They've adjusted well. They're capitalizing on mistakes.
Yeah, going through this lineup a couple of times now. That's popped up to the right side. Gets back to the bleachers. It's 1-2. Now, second time through the order for Holmes.
A little more labored.
First 2 innings, struck out 4. Didn't give up a run. A couple of runs scored in the 3rd, and now trying to strain 2 here in the 4th. 1-2 on Vasquez. The pitch, big breaking ball, called strike 3, maybe his best one of the day. And Bridger Holmes is out of the 4th inning. 7 strikeouts. A's lead it 6-2. We'll try to build on that lead when we return. Top of the order for the A's, leading off Cook, then Perez and Skoll in the bottom of the fourth. They have a 6-2 lead.
Josh Hernandez back out for a second inning of work. And that, to be clarified, that is not R.A. Dickey. That is Josh Hernandez, but that is looks like that is a knuckleball he's throwing, as our analytics department has reported. Not often you get to see a knuckleball.
Said one rotation on that knuckleball and kept the A's off balance in the third. 8 strikeouts for Holmes. 1 earned run, 4 innings. Figure that'll be it for him. That one's down and in, 2-1. Holmes, 71 pitches, 41 strikes, 3 walks. His first 3 walks of the season. Here's the 2-1. Waits back on it, ropes it out to left field. Cook's aboard with a single. That's 2 hits and a walk. He's been aboard all 3 times. And he's already stolen 2 bases today. He leads the league in steals. The A's leadoff man has been terrific. Here's Perez. Struck out looking in the first. Flew out to left in the second. Good piece of hitting from Cook. Sat back on that knuckler and hit it to left field. Hernandez. Cook goes. No chance.
And that looks, after the A's were silenced in the prior inning, now we're seeing the A's that we're used to. Getting on base and quickly capitalizing.
Cook is down to second with his 3rd stolen base of the day. Ricky Henderson. And he's going for 3rd. Here's the throw. Too high. 4 steals for Cook. It's like an instant triple.
Might as well have been. He stole those 2 bases so quickly. A's just absolutely torrid.
That's down and away and makes it 2-0 on Perez. So we mentioned Brant Cook came into this game leading the league with 6 steals. He's almost matched that total today with 4. He'll come home and score on this grounder. Throw on to first is in time. So Perez with an RBI ground out, and the A's now lead 7-2. And that's why it's so valuable, Marshall. It's a single. It turns into Cook on 3rd with the 2 stolen bases. He scores on the ground out. Now 1 down for Skoll.
Simply, if we were to give out player of the game, looks like Cook would be it. That's just absolutely amazing running. And they're able to take advantage of that fairly slow knuckleball delivery.
Skoll 1 for 2 with a single. Struck out swinging in the second. And they're starting to feel out the knuckleball from Hernandez. He wants a new ball. Our analytics guy, Jake Fetterman, told us maybe 1 rotation on that knuckleball, but it's barely spinning. The 1-0. Hit into right center field. Coming in hard is Colt. He gets under it and makes the catch for the 2nd out. 2 down. Bottom of the 4th. A's still up 7-2. Here's Xander Bretza.
So even with the run allowed, that is 2 fairly quick outs for Hernandez. And solid for the most part.
Bretza reached on an error, then doubled in the second. And with 2 outs, we'll hit here. He laces that into left field, and that'll drop in for a single. Bretza with his 2nd hit of the day. A 2-out single to left, and Billy Hamm will get a chance with the runner aboard. Hamm, 2 walks today, scored in the first. Was left at first in the second and takes strike 1 from Hernandez. Hamm was warming down there in the power bullpen. We'll wait and see if he comes in to pitch. But Don Brace had plenty of weapons in that bullpen. That's grounded to first, foul. 0-2. Billy Hamm, left-handed hitter. Dynamic group, this A's lineup. Haven't posted a ton of runs thus far, but today, maybe a breakout with 7. The 0-2 is in the dirt, it's 1-2.
As you said, the A's, we've caught up to that knuckleball. Such a rare pitch. Probably don't see it often, but...
And the 1-2 is up and away, 2-2. We got games going on in the backfield, so this may change. But for right now, Bridger Holmes leads the league with 9 1/3 innings pitched and 20 strikeouts. That's rope to right field, foul. Count remains 2-2 on Hamm. Josh Hernandez mixing up the speed on the mound for the Blue Sox. Josh plays all around the infield for the power. Figure he'll be in Casey Dill's lineup tonight. Left-handed hitter. Here's the 2-2 on Hamm. Waits back on it. Hits it down the first baseline. It's a fair ball. Rounding second, going to third is Bretza. Is just getting it in the corner now is called. It's a double for Billy Hamm. And second and third now with 2 outs for Jackson Irwin.
That one zipped down the line all the way into the corner. Rare, in my estimation, I think A's could have very easily scored on that. Relatively conservative base running for them, but nonetheless, 2 more runners in scoring position with 2 outs.
7-2 lead for the A's. Here's Irwin. Walked in the first, flew out to center in the second, and takes ball 1 from Hernandez. And they've adjusted to him. At least sitting back on that knuckler now. Here's the 1-0. Fouled into the bleachers. It's 1-1. Hernandez just floating that pitch over the plate, but it's been pretty effective. Giving up 3 hits in the inning. No damage yet. Excuse me, Cook did score.
Considering the amount of offense the A's can generate, 1 run, it's fairly permissible.
1-1 is down, 2-1. Hernandez came on for Braden Turner. In the third, got 2 quick outs. Then he hit Moulin and struck out Moore. That's popped. Queimada makes the call at second and makes the catch. So 2 runners stranded for Josh Hernandez. The A's still score 1. They lead 7-2. Blue Sox try to cut into that when we come back. Bridger Holmes is back out for the 5th inning.
An interesting decision. It looked like he had labored the past couple of innings. And a lot of activity in that pen, but looks like coach trusts him to get the job done.
Holmes with 8 strikeouts in 4 innings will face Murata. Then back to the top with Angulo. That's hit hard to center. Going back on, is it a Moore? Lands over his head, and that's going to be a leadoff double for Murata. Stevie Murata. The walk and a double so far today.
Perhaps that insurance run in the bottom half of the prior inning. The reason Holmes is back out there.
Hard hit double to right, and Colt will come up for the 3rd time. Strikeout swinging, and a ground out to second. First pitch on Colt, misses, ball 1. Lineup turns over for the 3rd time against Bridger Holmes. 1-0, foul back to the right side, 1-1. On Colt. First 3 spots in this lineup, 4 strikeouts. Giesick did reach on a drop 3rd strike. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball way inside, 2-1.
I say Brant Cook playing pretty shallow out there and right. Shift is on.
Murata leads off second. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And it's 2-2. Murata leads off second. Nobody out. A's up 7-2.
Great movement on that pitch.
Fastball was on a ramp. Holmes may go back to that breaking ball here on 2-2. It's a fastball. It hits him. Looks like he swung, though. He'll take first base. Weird looking play there. Holmes is saying, I think he swung. And I thought he did too.
I thought he did as well. Looks like.
I'm still going to talk about it, but it sure looked like Colt came around on a pitch that hit him. Colt standing at first base. And they're going to call it a foul ball.
Okay.
So caught some lumber there on Colt, and count remains 2-2. That's a break for Bridger Holmes.
Huge break. Yeah, I thought for sure that hit him. Sounded like it too. But.
Would have been his 2nd hit batter. I think it did, Marshall. I think he fouled it like into himself. It was a weird looking play. But it's 2-2. Colt's back in. And the pitch from Holmes. Foul tipped out of play. Souvenir for a loaded crowd here in Friday morning PSCL action. And the umpire looks like he took a foul ball. I didn't see that. He's moving his head around, touching the top of his head. May have caught it right off the top of his head. It was a foul tip. Went straight back into the bleachers, and trainer's out to check on the home plate umpire. He's now on his feet, chatting with the trainer. Don Bray out. Foul tip, maybe off the head and into the bleachers. Bringing out water for him. We'll step aside and we'll come back. Home plate umpire. And one tough cookie. He's going to stay in the game. As Colt has a 2-2 count. Trainers are off. Good to see.
We gotta admire that tenacity. I don't really think of baseball as being a sport of physical risk like, say, football, but those foul balls are hit by pitches, they can really sting.
2-2 on call with nobody out. Murata, at second. Holmes from the stretch. The 2-2. Oh, just misses. And the count runs full 3-2. Good breaking ball. He hasn't gotten that call very much today, but a good take from Colt. The 3-2 is in there. A fastball, strike 3. Nine strikeouts for Bridger Holmes. And that's the first out of the 5th inning. Angulo will come up. He struck out in the 3rd. Grounded out to Holmes in the 1st. 1 down. Murata still at second. 9th strikeout for Holmes. A's lead it 7-2. There's another grounder. Holmes trips but makes the throw, and that's out number 2. Moving up to 3rd, Murata. And 2 down now for Giesick, who struck out twice today. Holmes, just a ground ball machine, Marshall.
He absolutely is. And that one, like you said, looked like he was about to misplay it, but he's getting through this inning here, indicating the decision to leave him in when it looked like he might even be replaced by the pen in the prior inning.
14 outs, 9 strikeouts, and 6 ground ball outs. Of course, Giesick reached on a drop 3rd strike. He takes strike 1. Excuse me, 5 ground outs, 9 strikeouts, and Giesick went fooled there. It's 0-2. So Holmes 1 strike away from stranding the leadoff double in Murata, with the A's leading 7-2 here in the top of the 5th. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And this happened last time for Giesick. This time the throwdown from Waits is there. Out number 3. 10 strikeouts for Bridger Holmes. The A's take a 7-2 lead to the home half of the 5th. Josh Hernandez is out for his 3rd inning of work. Trying to keep the A's off the board. They lead it 7-2 in the bottom half of the 5th. It'll be Bryan, Hagen, and Moulin for the A's. Bryan walked, who's hit by a pitch in the 1st. And flew out to center in the 3rd. Bryan, the designated hitter today. The A's got to Hernandez a bit there in the 4th. Scored a run on 3 hits, including a double from Billy Hamm.
Nonetheless able to rebound
Big swing and a miss. Brian was out in front of that knuckleball, 1-1. 6 hits for the A's, 7 runs. 1-1 from Hernandez is high, 2-1. That's chopped to third. Vasquez can't make the play. Ryan will reach on an error. And that'll bring up Hagen here. Second error of the day on Vasquez. The A's won Saturday 4-3 over the Bombers, beat the Coyotes 6-1. Fell 7-6 to the Snowbirds. That's hit hard to center field, and playing it on a hop is Angulo. It'll be first and second after the error, and now a single from Hagen to bring up Moulin. He's been hit twice today, just trying to stay out of the path of the ball this time, Marshall.
Indeed, and after a 1-2-3 first inning of work from Hernandez, you see the A's have gotten familiar with that knuckleball arsenal. A chance to potentially run away with this game. Already a sizable 7-2 lead.
Here's Moulin, the shortstop. He waits back on it, hits it to center on a line. Angulo will play it, make the catch, tagging from second Brian. Here's the throw. Not in time. Runners at the corners. It's a fly out from Moulin. 1 down. Stepping into the batter's box is Moore. Moore walked. Came around to score. He stole third, and then he struck out swinging in the third. This is his third plate appearance. Strike 1. And we actually have a pinch hitter for Moore now. It's William Kamga. And he hits it out to short. Chance for 2. Play over to second. Fielded by Queimada. The throw to first is late. And a run will score on the fielder's choice. Kamga comes in. Gets the RBI. And the A's lead at 8-2. 2 down. Kamga at first.
Looks like we've got another pinch hitter.
Yeah, in Cook's spot.
It's Spencer Middleton, freshman out of Andrew College, batting .500 on the year.
Middleton comes in for Cook, who had a wonderful day. He can't sit back on the knuckleball and fouls it off.
Cook with those 4 stolen bases. That's one higher than Middleton's season total, which is 3.
Wow.
Looking to
Cook
get
4 stolen bases today. 1-1. Fouled off again into the Blue Sox dugout. Hit softly. It's 1-2.
Be an interesting stat if by the end of the year you could see if Cook's total of 4 stolen bases today, see if that's more than some players' season total by season's end.
Maybe even teams. Let's hit out to short. Murata throws over to first. That's the third out. And that'll do it for the bottom half of the 5th. A's score another on a ground out, a fielder's choice. And they lead at 8-2. Could be the last chance for the Blue Sox when we come back. Billy Hamm is on for the A's in what we suspect will be the last chance for the Blue Sox. Billy Hamm so far this year, 5 innings. He's faced 20 batters. He struck out 7. Couple of earned runs, gave up a homer. No walks, no hit batters. And Hamm is on now. In his last outing against the Snowbirds, that was Wednesday. Faced 3, gave up a couple of hits, a triple. Excuse me, that was at the plate. He threw 3 innings against the Snowbirds. Gave up 1 run earned, 3 strikeouts. Billy Hamm playing both ways. First pitch is a ball on May. So Hamm checks out of this game from the lineup with a couple of walks and a double. 1-0 is in there for strike 1, 1-1. One on May, 0 for 2. Strikeout swinging in the second. Here's the 1-1. That's fisted to second. Picked up on a hop, thrown on to first. That's out number 1. So 1 down now. After the play from Arriaga. Now in at second base for Perez.
This is last inning. It's going to be quite a hill for the Blue Sox to climb. They trail by 6.
First pitch on Serpa, down and away. Actually, another pinch hitter here for the Blue Sox going into that bench. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Billy Hamm, that's what he's done, is Alexis Gamino checks in. He's 1 for 3 on the season. 1-1, foul back, 1-2. Close, Marshall.
Ugh! Sounded like a thunderstrike.
I was going to say, 2 days in a row seemed unlikely to me. But that was dang close.
You could hear that in the booth. It was quite the rattle.
Gamino 1 for 3, been hit by a pitch, struck out once. Takes a ball low. It's 2-2. I think Hamm thought that was strike 3.
As a reminder, those of us here in the announcer's booth, we don't have any gloves, so you'd have to duck and cover.
The 2-2. Rope to right field. That'll be another hit. For Gamino, his second of the season. Blue Sox get a runner aboard here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Anthony Rojas checking in for Singh. Santos going to his bench. Reed Santos, the manager for the Blue Sox. Anthony Rojas 1 for 3 on the season. A double, 3 runs driven in. Takes ball 1. Gamino over at first. Rojas takes a strike up and away. It's 1-1. 1-1, 1 out. A's lead 8-2. Top of the 6th. Blue Sox. Trying to put together a threat here. That pitch is down and away. It's 2-1. Two and one on Rojas, checking in for Singh. Bridger Holmes went 5. He struck out 10. Hamm checks on Gamino. He's back safely.
Despite a couple of choppy innings, Holmes brilliant for the most part. His breaking ball in particular is absolutely superb today.
The 2-1 from Hamm in there for strike 2. And it's 2-2 on Rojas. Anthony Rojas Wednesday, 1 for 1 with a double. The 2-2 up high, 3-2 full. Good battles here from the Blue Sox bench. Camino singles on a hard hit ball up the middle. And now Rojas has run the count full. And he hits that to right. That's through for a base hit. Back-to-back singles here. In the top of the sixth, Rojas is aboard. And stepping in now is Joel Queimada.
Joel Queimada.
0 for 1 with a walk on the day.
Fresh out of Upland High School. He batting .333 on the year. Notched an RBI in his last outing against the Bootleggers. Chance for more pinch hit damage here. 2 on, only 1 out. What could be the last opportunity for the Blue Sox.
Back-to-back opposite field singles for the Blue Sox. Put runners at first and second. Big swing and a miss from Queimada, 0-1. 1 out, top of the sixth. A's up 8-2.
And if I'm the Blue Sox, it's green light for those runners all the way.
Billy Hamm from the stretch comes set.
Infield playing very shallow.
Comes home, it's a ball high, 1-1. Infield in double play mode is the 1-1. Hit into center field. And going back now, coming in to make the catch is Campagna. Both runners looking to tag, and they do. Campagna makes the catch for out number 2. And now runners in scoring position for the Blue Sox. Be Lawton back to the plate, the extra hitter today. Led off the third with a double down the line. Then he was hit by a pitch in the fourth, so a strong day against Bridger Holmes, and now has a chance to drive in a couple of runs with 2 outs. Takes ball 1 up and in from Billy Hamm. It's 1-0. 2 down for the A's. They're pitching well once again. They've worked around some trouble. But 10 strikeouts for Holmes, who leads the league. That's fouled back. It's 1-1. Beautiful day for baseball. Nash Walker, Marshall Garvey, we've had a blast so far, as we always do.
We sure have. We still got another PSCL game, and then the Power take the field tonight.
After this one, we'll have the Haymakers in the Chill right here for you from Palm Springs Stadium. The 1-1 is down and in the dirt, 2-1.
Picturesque day. You can see the hills clearly in the distance.
The Haymakers at 1-2. The Chill at 2-1. Chill have won 2 straight. And the Haymakers have lost 2 straight, so one side's got to give there. The 2-1 foul back. 2-2. A's are 3-1. They can launch themselves into first place all alone here with a win. The 2-2 from Hamm. Breaking ball inside. Count runs full. It's 3-2. Hamm to Lawton. Full count, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. 2 runners in scoring position. The 3-2 is hit hard to left field, but way foul. Toward the batting cage. Watch out.
Hamm in a bit of a jam, trying to wriggle out of it. What could very well be end of action today. We'll see if both teams will agree to play more.
Camino at third, Rojas at second. The 3-2 from Hamm, foul back. Lawton, we mentioned, big double, came around to score in the third, and hit by a pitch. He's had a nice day. Now battling with Billy Hamm. 3-2, 2 outs, top of the sixth. A's lead at 8-2. 2 men in scoring position for Matthew Lawton. The 3-2 hit hard to left field. Irwin is back on it. He'll make the catch for out number 3. And we'll see if the A's get up and come shake some hands. Blue Sox want to take the field here. It's always that awkward, arbitrary holding pattern here. A's lead at 8-2. And it looks like they will take the field. The umpire's chatting it over. Or maybe not. They're going to shake it up.
And that's the ball game. 8-2 the final. The Speed Demon A's tear it up on the base pass. Another resounding win for them on the season.
Sprinklers come on. The A's win 8-2 over the Blue Sox here. We'll be back for another one. Haymakers Chill YouTube stream. Thanks so much, Nash Walker, Marshall Garvey. Again, final here. A's 8, Blue Sox 2 from Palm Springs Stadium.